Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. Mining Weekly editor Martin Creamer joins me today to unpack the latest news in the mining industry. Welcome, Martin.
Thanks, Ashley.
Can you tell us about Assmang's huge 10-year zero-fatality achievement?
You know, every time you go to a presentation by any mining company, they start off saying, our priority is safety. You know, we're seeking to get zero fatalities. But often they have to report that fatalities are still occurring, which is heartbreaking in most instances. So for this report to come through from Assmang, that they've actually achieved 10 years that are fatality-free, it's setting a new milestone. So this is really a massive achievement, because if you look at Assmang, you know, it's got 3 underground manganese mines, it's got 2 open-cast iron ore mines, it's even got a smelter in KwaZulu-Natal, and to achieve zero fatality for 10 years in 6 operations with 10,000 people is quite an achievement.
Now, can you tell us about ruthenium's potential that was highlighted at PGM Industry Day?
Like, ruthenium is one of the platinum group metals that has been hiding itself under a bushel. You know, you don't get much reporting on ruthenium. So it was quite a surprise that when we got to Platinum Group Metals Industry Day, that a person said, that's my favorite metal. And so Heraeus of Germany are putting a lot of effort into doing research and development into ruthenium, and they're finding incredible potential uses for it within the chemical space particularly. So it's not so much automotive. We're used to Platinum Group Metals being heavily automotive orientated. It's outside of that. You know, it is in the hydrogen side, it is in the biotechnology side, it's in the electronic side that they're finding these new potential uses for it. And often you get a report, you get heavily orientated towards platinum and palladium, rhodium, but you don't hear much about ruthenium, so it's quite a good breakthrough.
And lastly, can you tell us about South Africa being invited to uplift palladium demand by 1.7 million ounces a year?
Yes, so you know, this is also a situation where people are looking at these platinum metals more closely. So you find that there's a new center for palladium technology that's been developed. It's been developed by Norilsk, and what they want to do is they want to have a sort of a global effort there. Okay, when we say global, it's mainly South Africa because we've got all these metals, and you know, Russia. But in coming together, they are finding in this research with this Center for Palladium Technologies that often a platinum group metal on its own is not as effective as an alloy of 2 platinum group metals or more than 2 platinum group metals. So heavy research going on, which is fantastic for South Africa because they're inviting South Africa to be involved. This could mean that it's a marketing effort that is not hugely costly, but with very good results. And the more we can do for our platinum group metals, the better, because they are really magical metals. But the crazy thing about them is there's huge demand, but bad pricing. And this is all around stocks being on surface. And people are hoping that these stocks will dissipate, but they seem to be taking a long time. In the meantime, if you can get superior output and performance by putting platinum group metals together, it's going to be fantastic for the industry because it'll move it into so many different areas.
Thanks for speaking with us, Martin.
It's a great pleasure.
That's it for today. Join us again next week for more news analysis on the local and global mining industries. And don't forget to listen to the audio version of our Mining Weekly daily email newsletter.